Buddy Dave Snyder here. It is the 20th morning of June 2015, and I got a gift for you here. This is good one. You're gonna like this. This is you're not. It's hard to find these images anymore. I'm telling you. This is Hurricane Sandy. I got several of these images overlaid here, just different ones that they gave me from that I got from NASA's website back, a while back. And these are very detailed. I mean, they could be more detailed probably, but they're pretty well detailed. You can see a lot of stuff in these weather patterns. Boy, oh boy. Okay, so here you go. This is the lunar south pole reversed. This picture of the moon is the lunar south pole reversed, right? And I told you that Hurricane Sandy is the lunar south pole pattern, right? Take a look. I'm going to go through. I'm just going to look at, man, it's just really nice. And there's a couple, I've had it a couple different ways, but you can definitely see this has to be here. This part has to be right in here where you see this, and you see the curve here. It has to be there where it comes to the point, like right here, and comes back right there. That has to be there. So you have to get that in place, and it took me a little while to get it to where I wanted. I'm trying to get a nice one for you. I think you can see that. I'm pretty sure that's not too hard to see. And you can see the details, and they're pretty good. There's definitely some details in there, right? Now, like this crater right here. See this crater right here? That crater? I can see that right there, right there. And I'm telling you, that's what that is. That's not a. I mean, every crater that I'm going to show you, this may not be right in the exact spot, but it's right there. It's right near it, and it's the same size, each one. So here you go. There's another one. This is an important one up here. This one, the duck one. I call it the duck. See, a duck head or whatever. This round one here. Okay. Now you can't see through this picture of the weather. This is not transparent. Okay, so here you go. You see this just when you fade it in, you see for yourself. It's a little tough to see maybe, but back it off. You can see there's something right here, the same size, and there's something you can see that there's something there the same size, pretty close to it. I can see that. And you're probably asking, well, where's all the other stuff? Well, you come up here and you see this circle right there, right? It's pretty damn close to that one. I'm not saying I got it perfect. I'm just saying there's something for everything. This is a really nice picture, and I just there's another area that I lined up over here. This edge here. See this little spot right here? This on the edge. I had it over here just a little like it was right here. Maybe it does go right there actually. Oh, look at that weather there. Watch. And then you just get just nice pattern. Here, look here. Right here, look. You cannot see through this picture. There's no reason that should be a circular pattern there. There's a crater right behind it, same size. Pretty much. Like I said, it could be off just a little bit. And then I noticed this big clearing. See the big clearing? And it's got this little flat arm that comes out right here, this little thing at the bottom. I was thinking that could be it could be this right here. You see this line that comes across the bottom, and then this crater here. It could be that. It could be right here. This crater. See, the crater would be right here with the line coming off. You can see there's a crater, and this line comes off the side. And it's the same size clearing as that crater. You see how it just happens to be the same size, and it's pretty much like the same shape. But then you get this other one that's attached to it. You can see sort of there too, so it could go there. It could. I mean, it'll fit. It could fit both places too. That's another thing. It could be one and then the other because the prints are left like that somehow. They will move across, and you'll be able to line it again just a little bit differently. But I think. Oh, and this one here. Check it out right here. This edge. It's just right there. This curve. Right here. Look. You cannot see through this picture. This is not transparent. If I put this picture over here, anywhere, that line is still going to be there just like that. This curved line right here. And I didn't line that up. That stuff just like I said, I just lined up that edge right here, this little piece I saw right here, or seen right there. I just put that right there. I thought it looked like it, would go there. And it probably has room for a little bit of improvement, but I mean, I think it's good enough to where you can see it at least and get an idea of what is going on here. Definitely see this pattern right here, the football shape I call it. Right here, it looks like a football kind of. Right here, it's definitely in there. And this crater here, look. Ooh, right there, look at that one. I noticed that these images are very detailed. This Mare Oriental, oh my goodness, when you line up this, oh, I can show you real quick right now. See this part right here, look. See this part? If you know Mare Oriental, you know that is right there, I think. I think I do. I might be wrong. Could be wrong, but let's try something. I know Mare Oriental will fit over this nice, but I don't think it's going to fit over the way that I have it Mare Oriental already up here. If I bring that up, I don't know. We'll try it. We should try that first and see what happens. Yes. Okay, that's the part I was talking about. See, it's not in there, but I did one of these earlier, and it turned out to be pretty damn close to. Watch. Get some things to line up. See the crater right there. Something there maybe. Maybe not. Okay, but anyways, I'll do a realignment. I think this part right here goes in that spot right there. Let's just take a look at it, and maybe I'm just wrong right off the bat. Oh, no way I'm wrong on that one. Oh, no way. Can't be. So let me do the overlay here. Let's just go and do the overlay and see what happens. There might be several different patterns. They could just be screwing with this all together. Who knows? But it's pretty interesting to look at this because there's definitely more to it than what I'm showing you in each video. You kind of have to go through and catch. When I started doing the overlays here by Australia, that's a good time to get in where I was doing really good stuff. So it is called Mare Oriental. Should be in here? No, it should be back on the other. So all maps. Oh, look at that! It probably just lined itself right up on its own, almost. Almost. This will be very interesting. Oh yeah, I guess it just go right. It might not go here. I mean, I just thought it looks to me like the same thing. This spot right here. You know, this has got to be the same thing somehow. All right, let's just leave it there and check it. Turn it this way. I like it when it like this way. I think. Definitely see this across here. This area here looks pretty good. And this point, that's getting close. Have room for adjustment or something. This is what you want to see. You want to look for that for sure in the clouds. That's going to show and leave a mark. That spot will leave a mark. I'm not seeing it really. What do you see? Tell me. I see this line right here for sure. It's lining right up. Watch. Look at that. I've got another way I want to try here. Let's just mess around, just play with it, move it around. I know I've had this lined up so beautifully before, you just would have shit. So if you would have seen it, it would like look at this right here. I'm gonna try and get this. See this pattern right here? That's familiar to me. Around the edges of Mare Oriental, you got a lot of that stuff like this right there. See that? So I'm gonna try and find the center of it. Oh, actually, I know how to do this. This is real simple. You can actually see there's a pattern in here that it fits. I think no, not that big. You're probably already seen it. I mean, yourself. Let me just see if this will go. Probably had it right already. I mean, you guys probably seen it. I probably didn't. See that? I'm trying to find this one. Actually, I should just try it with the other ones I've got up here already. They're aligned pretty. Oh, I got this one. Never mind. This is canceled. Let's forget about this now. Forget about this one. You can do it on your own. Okay, so here's that image, and then there's this other image that I aligned earlier this morning, and I think this one's pretty interesting too. I mean, it's not that one. Is it this one? I think it might be. Let me see. I gotta turn off Mare Oriental or Lunar South Pole. Okay, so back down. I gotta see how it aligns in Australia first. Oh yeah, this might be. Is this the one? No, this is not the one. It's the other one right here. It's this one. Okay, so this is one that I aligned to the Lunar South Pole to this picture here, and then I took away the Lunar South Pole and I looked at it around Australia, and I was like, I think I can see something there. This area, see the shape of this little piece here, and this might be a little too. It is probably too big. You see, the Great Lakes are way too big, probably a little bit too big, and I could probably shrink it down and it would still fit here very well. But anyways, you see the shape of this area here. I just started noticing little things, and then I seen this little stripe, this little line here that goes right there, and I aligned that with this line. See it right here? Look, right there. And there's probably another one there that could go with. If you see these right here, right? There's another one there probably. But I lined that one up with that one a little bit. It's pretty close to it anyway. And it'd probably be better if I moved it a little bit, but I'm not gonna. You can see how this comes down like this, right? I'm just saying that's not all there is. It's got the mark, and then you got all these sweeps coming up too. Look, all these the sweeps coming in the same direction. Look at that, hitting the coast. Look at the way it hits Australia. It's just interesting. There's this area here where you see this, and it's like a little tiny football shape. Right in here, you see similar area there. Very similar. Yeah, I think this little curve right here is the same. Goes with that spot right there, right there. And you're probably trying to figure out why do I have this over here? Because I'm telling you, this is where everything happened. Whether it's showing the weather or the weather's happening over here or whatever, I don't know. Maybe it didn't, but I can build the whole thing right here every time, and that's where it is built right here. I have it all built right there already. Now, and then we go over to New Zealand, and it just happens to follow this curve all on its own. I didn't line it up. It just happens to follow that curve on its own. And then you look here, where this spot is, right here. You see this little notch right there. Well, then you got this little notch right here, but this is an important spot. This spot right here, believe me, look at it. It's the center of something. You gotta. I mean, what the hell is that? You gotta be kidding me. There's like a square patch, just in the middle of this whole thing here. Come on, that's something right there. You know it is. Damn well that's something. And it's Copernicus and Maunder. They all go there. And I see something there, just pretty similarly shaped right in here. And then you got this curve where New Zealand is pretty much. It just fell into place that at the same curve. I didn't line that up. And then there was something else like this area you kind of see maybe, but Great Lakes. Let me see. There's the Great Lakes were right here, and I was looking at those, trying to think where those go in this picture. And I see this little spot here. See this crazy? Look at this pattern right here, people. Look at that crazy looking pattern. Okay, you look at it closely. It's hard to see, but you look at it close. And then look at this area. Wait, I think you can see through this. You must be able to see. I don't have this all the way dark. Yep, you can see through that one. Hold on, now let's check it. Better. See some other little notch and everything right there. Watch. Right in here, see that? I mean, it looks to me like it's probably the same area. Interesting. Interesting how this weather hits right here on this coastline, like that. You see that where this is missing that area. It's like it's been. You can see something right in this area that would like it's different than the rest. It would maybe cause a weather pattern to blast through that spot or something. The erosion rate would be higher than other places along the coast or whatever. I don't know. I just think of all that kind of stuff. I look at everything that I can, and I think you should too. I think it's pretty interesting. Try to look at all you can. No kidding. And I'm sure this needs to be a little smaller, but I mean, it's I just put it all together the way I do it. I mean, you can see the curve there. There's also Schrodinger there, and you can see it's the same pattern that I showed you in the beginning. It's just the line maybe a little different. I don't know how I got that other one line. It's pretty close maybe. No, it's not. Florida's like down here, right? So, but this storm also turned. These are also different These are different pictures of this storm at different times of the day and night. So you're going to get different patterns, and it's going to be twisted. The whole storm will be twisted around from the other. You know what I mean? But this storm, actually, Hurricane Sandy. The pictures that I have, you can fit them in it. You'll find where they fit in every continent on the earth. Right here, I'm telling you right now. Look at that pattern. Did you tell me that's not going to fit right there if I put it right there? Damn right, it's going to fit. And same thing, South America has a pattern, a place where it goes, like right in here somewhere. This whole area here, somehow, Schrodinger right here. This is one of the first places I've seen Schrodinger in the beginning of doing this. When I've seen it here, but I think I've seen it here first. I think this was absolutely the first place I've seen it, the Schrodinger circle, and I haven't seen it there for a long time. But you see something similar to it there, but you don't ever see that perfect circle like I did in the beginning. And you can see the circular shape right here. Look at this. It's about the size of Schrodinger. This whole hump right here. See how this goes right in there. Come on. Christ the Redeemer is right here somewhere, right in this area. He's right in here. Rio de Janeiro. He's right here, right? Christ somewhere right in here, I think. Christ the Redeemer. I'll type it in. Redeemer. close? Close enough. Wait, yeah, right here. And the thing is with this Christ Redeemer, I went after I looked. I've seen it a while back, and I thought about it, and I went to read the history on it on Wikipedia or something like that. Yeah, I think it's Wikipedia, and they talked about how they were trying to pick what the what kind of monument they wanted to build. What kind of type did they want to cross, or did they want to depict this or depict that, it was between this one and the other one they were going to do was the one where Christ is holding the earth in his hands, and that's in that crater. That's in this crater, the Schrodinger crater. It is absolutely a picture of. I showed it in a video before. Jesus with the earth in his hand, that big circular spot inside. You got to use the detailed Schrodinger image. You can't use the one on Google Moon. It doesn't show it. You have to use the one that I show. It's got detail to it. This one here. Let me show you real quick before I end the video. And that is right here. This one. You have to use this one. And like the globe, you have to look at it this way, the way that this Egyptians seen it, the ones that built the Sphinx. You have to look at it just like this. That's the way they seen it. This is the Sphinx right here. This head with the cobra there and that face in here. You see the face? It's kind of creepy. The face in there. But anyways, that's the Sphinx, and you have to look at it this way. And what was I trying to point out? Oh, the globe. They seen it backwards. You have to remember that they seen it. This is backwards. They seen it the other direction, the other way. So the Earth. I've got a picture of him holding. Here's the circular pattern right here, and this is like the crown of Jesus right here, and it's in there. And then there's like this angel here, one that has the wing. See the wing right here? You see that? I showed that before. So, anyways, a lot of stuff in this crater is cratered, all mighty important to the Earth. And I mean, I don't think the moon is God. I don't think that this crater is Jesus. I just know that they called it that. I know that this crater meant a lot to everybody on the planet. I know that and I know they've seen it because this is Stonehenge. This is all kinds of shit. I mean, it is no kidding. It's in the weather all over the planet Earth. It has to be the crater that is important. You know what I mean? It has to be. There's no getting around that. It is the crater that shapes the weather around the planet. And you used to see this every day. You could see this almost every single day in the weather. I'm not kidding. So it is important. I know it's important. I know what it means to people, and it still means a lot. I mean, it's still important. It's not like it's not important anymore. You know what I mean? It's still important. It's not lost its power. Let me put it that way. So everybody have a great weekend. I'm just going to leave it at that. Let you figure the rest out. I don't want to spoil everything for you. It's kind of fun figuring it out. So have a good day.